All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Turf Talks by Race Mirror, the big day at Madras, the running of the World 777 South India Derby Stakes. We have another graded race, which is the Dr. M.A.M. Ramaswamy Memorial Trophy, a Grade 3 race. But we'll begin our proceedings with the first race, which is the Hyderabad Race Club Trophy, a Class 4 race to be run over 1400 meters. But before that, wishing all our patrons a happy Pongal, happy Sankranti across. And Fahad, thank you so much once again for joining us after your hectic schedule.
No issues, Prajas. Always a pleasure to be a part of this show and wish you a very happy Pongal to all our viewers and Mahashankranti. And let's start off with the first race. Hope the days
Absolutely.
goes well.
Absolutely. Fahad, three good runners is what I've spotted, which is Attenborough, Slante, and Turf Melody. I think these three are the tough ones to go down.
Absolutely, sir. I mean, see, Slante ran, the run should be forgotten in a thousand guineas. I'm sure because see, today Angavai ran in that race and she came out and won. So, the horse which have run in graded company, Albinus, blew the field away today. In
Absolutely.
the 2000s. She ran her fourth in the 2000 series. So Slante's run should be forgotten. She should be given a fair chance in this set. With Srinath aboard, I think so she's got a very good chance to win this race. But Attenborough is a horse which cannot be neglected. He's a very good horse. Was on the up, and he'll give a good fight. Turf Molody, yes, she's a very well-bred horse. Got abroad, came out of the maiden ranks last time. I think so. Amongst these three, the winner spotting will be very close, but still, I would go with Slante, Attenborough, and Turf Melody.
All right. With that, let's move on to the second race, which is the Bangalore Turf Club Trophy Division 2, a Class 3 race to be run over 1200 meters, Fahad. Eight horses in this one. Your thoughts?
So we have one outstation horse that's Katana from Warren Singh. Well, a good horse. I mean, he's done a good third last time out in Bangalore. With Srinath, I'm sure he's the one horse which everyone has to run and get over with. And the horse from the local brigade, I think so, number one, Supreme Rana with the 5 kgs off. This horse is a lovely horse. Last time was quite disappointing, but I'm sure he must come on after that run. Distance a little too short for him, I feel. But still, all have to beat Katana. And number 7, Lord of the Turf for a good place.
All right. I also, my attention went towards Proposed, who's been running consistently, but for giving his last run, should be there, I think, in the
No
top
doubt.
honors.
Yes, yes, and we have the informed jockey Suhail, who's coming back after his setback. I'm sure he'll have a point to prove tomorrow in this big team.
Absolutely. Let's move on quickly to the third race of the afternoon, which is the Bangalore Turf Club Trophy Division 1, a Class 3 race to be run over 1200 meters. Nine horses in this one, Fahad. Your picks.
Well, it's a 5-year-old and over race. Well, see, we have Suraj riding Alexander. Alexander is a horse which is really nice and well-bred horse and drawn one. All have to beat this horse, I feel, tomorrow. And Hallucinate on handicap, been a very consistent horse again, than a good second last time out. Should run quite close to this. And the horse, a third, it can be anything amongst the thing. Anyone, I have my horse Oberon, but yes, he's gone up in class. Got a penalty. Winner last time out. And picking up a third horse would be a very close call. But picking up a winner should be amongst these two, that is Alexander and Harrison.
All right. I hope that everyone made a note of that. Moving on to the next race, which is the Pongal Cup, a Class 5 race to be run over 2000 meters. Tough one, Fahad. Class 5 horses rated between 20 to 45, 2000 meters. Do you think this one will be a dicey one?
Yes, this is used to be one of the main attraction. The Pongal Cup goes along with the festival name. And yes, in this race, I think last time Wonderful Run was quite disappointing. And Wonderful was a horse a lot of expected of, but didn't live up to its expectations. I would go with number one Ibrahim. Good horse, stays well, and I'm sure this horse everyone has to beat. So followed by George Everest. George Everest is definitely a horse come down from Neil Arasha's yard, a strong yard from where Zarwan is riding. And yes, Fiero have not yet gone this distance, but I'm sure this particular one we must have something in mind to send it down to Chennai. And we have the local owners of Rapal Galloping Stars also running this. So I'm sure this horse has a point to prove over here. But all have to beat Ibrahimovic. And a place I feel in this, other than this, is Masterpiece. This horse stays well, all right, and I'm sure this horse will run a good race too.
Absolutely. Then let's move on to the babies race, the maiden horses, which is the Usha Stud Million, to be run over 1400 meters for horses 3 years old only. Eight horses in this one, Fahad. It will be a good one to watch out for. Your thoughts on this?
Absolutely a fantastic race to watch, but I feel Fort Nelson holds the edge in this race. And like Neil Darasha had a winner today, I'm sure he sent down one of his good babies over here. Looks to be a quite forward type. I'm sure this horse will take a lot of beating from Miss Elior. Miss Elior ran worked very well the other day on grass. She's come out of her other thing. I'm sure she'll run a very nice race too. So these two horses are the frontline contenders. From a third good horse is Aralina. So my first chance is Fort Nelson, followed by Miss Elior and Aralina.
All right, then quickly let's move on to the sixth race, which is the first of the graded races of the day, which is the Dr. M.A.M. Ramaswamy Memorial Trophy, a Grade 3 race to be run over 1400 meters. Your thoughts on this one?
Yasser, in this race, I feel a fantastic big race named again after a former chairman, Royal of Indian Racing. And well, I feel Leopard Rock was found INH2 speedy last time out in Pune, I know, and has won twice over the strip earlier and is working extremely well. And I'm really strongly considered in this race. And he goes well with Yashna Reddu. He knows this horse all right. So I feel Leopard Rock and Siege Fury Lace are the two the big runners in this. From Watch My Stars. Watch My Stars will also run a good race, but will the winner picking would be from 2 and 1, 1 and 2, very close. But I feel Leopard Rock has a slight advantage after his Mumbai campaign, Pune campaign, should I say.
All right, then let's move on to the big one at Chennai, which is the Wolf 777 South India Derby Grade 1, 2,400 meters to run. We have the likes of seven horses, which is Diff, Forsetti, King Louis, Pinnacle Point, Sardar, Shamrock, and Forever. I think this is going to be a lovely race to watch.
Wow, seriously, Yasser, no doubt about that. Wonderful race. A small field, but all classy ones. Classy horses running in this. Shamrock's win was, which can we say, a very comfortable win in the 2000 guineas in Bangalore. He looks well. He looked really well when he's cantering. I'm sure this horse has really come up well and been owned by some local owners over here. And I'm sure they would want to pick up the big one tomorrow in Chennai. And Diff, yes, this horse stays. This horse stays really well and has been prepared meticulously by Mr. Adhiraj Jodha for this race. And King Louis. King Louis, I had already told and fans told about my our followers to follow it in the 2000 release in Bangalore. I'm sure this horse has come up a lot after that run. After a setback, what he had in Bangalore summer, he had a good break, a good run, and he's looking really well. So the race should be amongst three. Forever, yes, a big-hearted filly, a small maid type. She will definitely stay, but the only problem here is she's running this race too soon.
All right. So if I had to say pick one for your choice in the big one, what would you go with?
I'll go with Shamrock. With the kind of condition he's carrying, I'll go with Shamrock.
All right. With that, let's move on to the concluding race of the day, which is the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Trophy, a Class 3 race to be run over 1400 meters. 10 in this one, Fahad, your picks.
Lady Cadet is a good filly, Yasser, in this. She's a nice one, nice type. Last run should be ignored. I'm sure she's come on a lot after that run. And this race should be amongst this and Loch Lamont. These two horses have the great chance to win this. And Spectacle, who's unbeaten so far, won all his three starts, drawn 10. But yes, Dipesh has taken a 3.5 kgs off with the informed Farid Ansari. Yes, amongst these three, it's going to be a close call, but all have to beat Lady Cadet in this race.
Absolutely. And another one that caught my eye is She's Our Star from the stables of Dr. Anil Kumar, local jockey CA Brisson riding her. Knows the track very well, could be the upset in
Yeah,
the apple cart.
can be a dark one, can be a definitely a dark one in this.
All right, with that, we come to an end of another session of Turf Talks by Race Mirror. Thank you so much, Fahad, for joining us, and I hope
My
our
pleasure.
viewers continue to follow us and hope you have all subscribed to our channels. We'll be back with the Indian Classic, which is the Wilusi Poonawalla Indian Oaks, coming to you on Sunday from Bombay. So stay tuned. Until then, we wish all our racing patrons a very happy Pongal and Sankranti from wherever you are. Be safe and have a lovely year ahead, and we'll see you past the post.
All the very best.